All right, good morning once again. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to this class of front-end development beginner. Today we are going to be touching or continue. We're going to continue from where we stopped in the last class. Last class we explained to ourselves what responsive web design is all about, RWD, and how to go about making our website or our web page responsive to all kind of devices, both mobile, tablet, laptop, and a desktop, a very large desktop screen. So, well, last week we were able to focus. I think we focused more. We touched more of the mobile responsiveness, which we decide or we use the standard maximum width of the mobile, which is 425. So we are going to like complete the mobile aspect and then see what we can do on the tablet for today's class. And then we are going to use the same scope, not like we won't like touch all the devices. You know, it's not going to work like that. So just the mobile and the tablet view. And then you guys can use the same scope that we have used for the mobile and the tablet for every other screen that you wish to make your website responsive to. Although basically people don't really write different code for a TV screen or a very large screen of about 2,400 or 2,000 stuff. It's just they use the laptop. Most persons use the laptop display as the same thing that will be displayed on the television or on their large screen. So the only issue is just, when you have laptop already is big enough. So whatever you have on laptop is just going to expand itself to the space given in desktop or the larger TV or whatever device, a larger device that you're working with. While mobile and tablet tend to be like smaller screen. That's why we need to focus more on the mobile and the tablet. So, and then last week, the first thing was that we explained to ourselves how to achieve this particular part of the design, the section. Although it wasn't completed, I gave it as an assignment for us to like work on it ourselves. Yeah, we won't be like doing everything for us. We won't be doing everything for us. We're just going to like explain concept, how we are going to achieve it, and then by ourselves. And I've seen few submissions that I got really impressed with the submission I saw. So yeah, I really like what I'm seeing from the submission. So I expect to see more before the end of today. And like the mentor said, like KodeCamp said, let's do as much as possible to learn how to attend. There's nothing wrong with, okay, after today's class, after a task was given, and then I'll jump on the task immediately. Okay, if you have like 3 sections, jump on the first section that same day, and the next day you can do 2 sections. And most often this particular website is like a repetition of the same thing. You just have to like copy what you have there, paste it, and just make some changes. So it's very easy for you to. So by the end of today, I expect to see a lot of submission before the due date today. So, and then from what you said, well, if in case you could not, we'll still grade you, but then there's always a consequence. There's always a consequence to that. So that's just that about that. All right, so yeah, I explained that. Okay, I think I told us last week that we can always have an extension, a Google extension, to make the mobile responsiveness very easy for us. And then I explained that we can use the mobile simulator extension. So you just have to search for it on Google extension, and then you can add the extension to your extension, right? And then after adding the extension, you can now just come to your website. I already have the extension installed, all right, so I don't need to install it anymore. Then after doing that, you can now come to your website. Let me just copy this so I don't have to so I'll do 2 different screens. So I can just easily click on my screen and then come to activate the mobile view on this page. This is as a result of the extension I have. If you don't have the extension installed on your Chrome, then you won't be seeing this this feature. So yeah, and then having installed it, then this is going to appear. Remember how to, after installing it, add it. Don't just install, but install and add to the list of the extensions you have. So then you can now click on activate the mobile view. on this page. Now let's see what we have. So this is what we have, the mobile screen. This is just really nice. I think this is iPhone 11 or yeah, something like that. So it helps you to see how the website is going to look like on iPhone or on other mobile screens. So that's just, and then should in case you're tired or you don't have time and you can possibly like install the extension that I explained earlier that I said about, I talked about, then you can always inspect. That's the default way of running the responsiveness. So you can always right click on your screen and click on inspect. If you're using Windows, just look for inspect on your screen. You're definitely going to see it. Then you're going to have something like this. So then we can now change this to 100%. And then this is how it's going to look like on mobile. All right. So, and then we explain to ourselves how we can use the style section to debug our code to see what the problem is, as well as the element section to locate what where and exactly targets what we want to like change or make changes on inside our code. All right. So, but then I'm going to be using the mobile view on this page, which is in the extension I have for that. So now this is it. This is the desktop. This is the mobile. Now let's copy again and activate for tablet. Okay, so let's activate for tablet. Activate mobile view. So after doing this, I don't want mobile anymore, right? The extension will help you to also change to tablet or change to desktop. So, but then from here new, you can see you have the cancel, deactivate the simulator to cancel the simulator. You have change device if you want to change the device you're currently working with, and other options there which is not necessary for you. But the only thing you need is just this change device. Now click on it, and then you see options. You see a lot of options, screen sizes for Xiaomi, for Samsung Galaxy 20, Huawei P30 Pro, and all of those screen sizes. So yeah, I think currently we are using iPhone 12 Pro. That's what we are using currently. So you can decide to change to 11, you can decide to change to Samsung, Xiaomi 12, and any other thing. While you can do that, some are Pro. Like you don't get to like change to some of these things because you have to subscribe to be able to use it. So that's just one, I would say that's just the only the only disadvantage of using this, because you have to subscribe to be able to use Samsung Smart TV. So you won't you won't know how your website is going to look like on a TV. However, just try as much as possible to make it look okay on your laptop. If you have done that, then it's going to look nice on the TV because it's most like going to take the same styling and design. So now while we are here exactly is for us to activate for tablet. See, this is the tablet section. So we can decide to use any of these tablets. So let's just go with Galaxy Tab S7 and let's click that. Let's see. So okay, yeah, that's Galaxy Tab S7. So this is how our website is going to look like on tablet. All right. So while we are working on mobile, we are going to be working on tablet also. Although you can choose to complete your mobile screen before going to your tablet, whichever one that you like. So now, last week we find a way to make our page look responsive on mobile. This is a web view. As you can see, we have a flex of the header, where we have the header logo, the UL, and then the right section, the right role assistance from what we named it ourselves. And then for our mobile view, we have decided to change the flex row to flex column. We change the direction of the flex to column so we can have a nice view of the header right inside our page. And this is how it looks like. Sorry, I mean our mobile view. This is how it looks like on our mobile view. And at the same time, the first section, which we call the main, we were able to just change the row. This is also a row, flex direction row, and then we're able to change the row to column. That's what you mostly do when you're working with mobile responsiveness, because whatever you have that is a flex row, if you can't have an overflow of row, or you can't have a slider, or you can't have a carousel, or you can't have a swiper, because with swiper you can also have flex where you have to just swipe through the screen to view other pages or other items or other whatever you have on the screen. So if you can't have that, you mostly work by changing the row direction to a column direction. So and that's what we did mostly. Yeah. The first section, we're able to change this one, the image on top, and then bring this one below. Although if you are changing directly, flex direction row, then this should be the first one. This is the first one, which is the left. This is the second one. This should be on top and this should be below. But we had to reverse because someone suggested that we should have the image first before the text. So with that, we needed to reverse the column. So you can do flex column reverse or row reverse. That means reverse the initial direction you're supposed to have. That's just the idea of the reverse. So with that, we're able to bring the image on top and then have the content below. So then having done that, the same process. One good thing about the old stuff that we did was we componentized our style. We made it a global styling by giving this the same styling as every other thing we have, right? Apart from excluding this one, because this one is looking very different from the initial design that we had for other sections. So we have to like create a different container, a different styling for this particular section. So that's why if you check, because we used a global styling. When we styled that global, when we change some styling so as for it to fit in for our mobile on our styling, right? The same styling that actually affected the first section, affected the second section, affected the third section, and then the fourth section. So we don't really need to like now write a different code that will now make our second section to be responsive, our third section to be responsive. That's just one good thing about working with a global styling. Just one styling and then everything is fine. Everything is good to go. All right. But like I said, we were not able to, this one was a different component, right? It was a different styling. So I did this myself, which I shouldn't have. I did it myself. So I think I already pushed it to the repository that I sent to you guys. So I did it myself. What I did here was I changed the normal row also. As you can see from here, we have this and this as a row, right? So I changed it to a column, flex direction column. So that's why we're able to have this on top and then this below. But because this does not have any content inside of it, then it's going to require a height to show on the mobile. Then I actually added height of about, I think 50 view height to it. So now let's see the code. Forget about the style and the HTML for now. So here we have, let me increase the size here. Okay. All right. So yeah, this is a mobile screen. This is styling for mobile screen. So the problem we were facing that last week, last class was, remember, we were trying to change. Initially, we had from our parent flex, we used height of 100 view height, right? If you guys can remember, height of 100 view height, and then the container was taking 80% of the parent, whereby you already know that this is the parent, the main section is the parent, while this container is the container. This one inside of the parent is the container. So the same thing is applicable to this. The main section is the parent, while this is the container. All right. So the parent is taking 100 view height, and then the container is taking 80% of the width and 80% of the height of the parent. So then we decided, I said not to like touch that part at all, because we were having issues last class because we decided to change this one to minimum height and then give this also a minimum height, which we may not need to do that anymore. So I just had to like call the parent flex and then the container and then pass height auto, which is what you can see here. Just call the parent flex, give it height auto, which means, okay, when it is required that you have your height increase. When you specify a height 100 view height, you specified height 100 view height, and then the content inside the element is supposed to take more than 100. then you're going to have a problem. What I'm trying to say is this particular element, you specify a height for it as to be 50 view height, for example. And then the content, maybe initially you flex it, so you don't really need the content is just taking the view height 50. So after changing the direction of the flex to column, because you need it to look good on mobile, then it's expected to take more than 50 view height. So in that case, we are going to have problem. So instead of like now trying to adjust our code, increasing the height, like, okay, just to maintain, just to give us a good view, right? Which we may not necessarily need, because sometimes the height of mobile also varies. So if you are saying, okay, because you are viewing this thing on iPhone 12, and then you are giving it height of 66, for example, 66 view height, because it's looking nice with 66 view height on iPhone 12. What if you are looking at it on an iPhone 8, which iPhone 8 is smaller than iPhone 12, right? So with that, the 66 view height is going to look really weird. So instead of doing that, let's just give it a height auto. Height auto means adjust to whichever or whatever content inside of you. You understand? Just adjust, give it an automatic height. If it's supposed to take, if naturally or automatically, or let's say by default, the content inside is supposed to take 120, then the height is going to give it 120 automatically. If it's supposed to be 10, it's going to give it 10 automatically. So that's just the help of the parent flex height auto. The same thing for the container. Auto, just take automatic, just adjust to the content. We don't have a specific height for you, but just be automatic. Adjust, all right? Adjust to the height, the content inside of you. So that's how we're able to achieve the issue of the image not showing up last week, last class. Now it's now showing properly on both laptop and also on mobile. So, but then we still were not able to like fix this part. I think I did something on this. This is 800 to I'm trying to my system. I didn't even see that my system is red bar already. All right, so okay, so what I'm seeing now is that I think the maximum, I'm trying to see the maximum width of a tablet. So this is 820, this is 834, this is 800. So I'm suggesting we increase our mobile, our tablet width to, let's say, since this is 834, right? Let's just use 850. So initially we were using, I think we were using 7 something initially. So yeah, we're using 7 something. So let's just take it to 850 pixel, and then let's save, see what we have now. 850 pixel, yeah. Maximum height, 850 pixel. Coming, where's the container? Okay, fine. So the header is now taking the styling that we gave to it here. So this is looking really small. I'm just thinking if I could just do something to make it bigger. So I'll target the font size of the list item and then increase the space between them. So let's just give this 20 pixel. That's the list item. Then this is the gap between the list item. You know, the list item is located inside the UL, which is their parent. So we gave a column gap of 20 pixels initially to give us these gaps. So let's increase it to like 30. All right, we still don't want a border, none. List item. Yeah, now let's save it and see what we have. Okay, I think this is better. It's a little bit bigger. So we could just leave this road assistant the way it is. Doesn't matter for now. Now moving to the next one, which is the next section, we can have can change this to like what we did from a row to a flex direction column. So I can just copy what I have from my mobile. Let's copy what you have from mobile, container. Okay, this is the container. So copy the container and then go to, yep, no, just drop it here. And then remember, height should be auto. Height should be auto for this one also. Now let's save it. And then let's see what we have. Okay, so All right. Let's see if we can allow the height. Let's see what we have, if it's going to look nice. Else, we're going to give it the height auto. Okay, so now let me flex, let me change the direction. Let me make it 100% each, the left and the right. Because remember, this is left and this is right. So we have to give it 100% each so as to contain the whole screen. So let's give dot left width of 100%. And then, yeah, just save it and see what we have. All right, now let's call the dot right also, dot right width of 100%. However, you can merge these two together just to avoid code repetition. You understand? So we can always merge these two together. So I'll just do this, cancel this out, and then comma, then drop this there, just to avoid code repetition. So now let's save. And then, okay, so that's what we have. But then looking at the image is looking stretched, which means, yeah, the image is looking really stretched. What can we do about that? Should we increase the height of the image? Or, yeah, I think that's the best thing. Let's just increase the height of the image. Let's add like maybe 10 stuff or whatever to it. Okay. So let me go to where we have the image. Let's just use this. Where is the image here? Is the icon, is the column reverse. The image. Okay, so this is the image, main container right image. So I'll just call that. Yeah, okay. Then I can add to this, give it 70. Save, let's see what we have. Oh, that's more. What if we give auto? Let's see if auto will work in this place. Save it, let's see. Nah, not working. So now let's specify, let's make it 90. Say, hey, we. Okay, let's just go with this, however. But guys, if you actually leave this thing to me to make it responsive, I would actually prefer to bring this text on top of this, guys. I prefer to bring this get our vehicle service done on top of this guy. But then how do we do that? Let's see. Let's just see how we can do that. I think that's the best way, to just bring the text and the button on top of this guy so we can have a full screen. So how do we do that? Since this is our right, okay, or is it our right, our left? So we can just pass a different class to it, give it a class that will now give us, make it absolute. You know, with the help of absolute, we can position this to be anywhere, you understand? So now let's go to the index, and then let's target that particular part. This is main, then this is left text. Left text, left, yeah. So let's just give it, what can we call it? Let's say main left. Let's just use this, save this, and then come to your styling. Remember, we only want this thing to actually affect our tablet view, not our mobile and not our desktop. So although if you want it to actually affect our desktop, if you want it to actually show on our desktop, we could do the same thing for this too. So let's say main left. All right, then give it position absolute. And then don't forget that when you give a parent, sorry, when you give a child position of absolute, you have to specify where you don't want that absolute to pass. You have to specify, okay, this child, I don't want you to go outside of this particular place. And how do you do that? Is by passing a relative to the parent, or whichever parent you want it to not pass. Because, you know, what's that? Okay, so now because I'm already passing absolute, so it's not taking any space anymore, right? It's not taking any space. Now that div is now somewhere maybe behind the div is somewhere behind this image. So what do we do? Let's just give it z index. I explained z index initially as what allows you to like arrange arrange how you want your page or your elements to be displayed. Do you want this one to be on top, or you want this one to be below? Which one do you want to be before the if you're using Microsoft Word, or if you're using I've forgotten this design template like that. So how you want it to arrange, that's just basically what I'm trying to say. So then you can decide, okay, I want Z index for this one to be 100. So let's save it. So let's see what we have. All right, so now our left is now on top of the image. So what exactly do we want to achieve? We want to want to make this content to stay in the center, at the center of the image. All right, wants to be at the center of the image. I believe this is not affecting others. Yes, it's not affecting others. Everything is fine. The only one is only affecting this one because we passed a different class to it. All right. So now let me remove the background. Remove the background. Where is the container? Okay. So let's remove this, save it, and then see. All right, so the text is on top, as well as the book service and then the quick service. So I don't want these images on top like this on tablet. I want this image to be here, and then this one also to be here, just the way it is, like down. All right, so I could just do the same way. Let's just call the service. Where is it? Dot services and then dot rating. So let's just call it here inside our tablet view. All of this thing is just idea how you want it to look like. Dot service and also dot rating. All right, so we can see bottom. Let's just bring it down. Bottom, let's say 10 pixel for now. So let's do the same thing for this guy. Even as our service, sorry, our rating is like taking extra space, which isn't supposed to be. And that's a fault of the designer, like it's giving it extra space. Currently, this thing is taking space from year to year. So that's why even if you give it bottom is 0, it's still going to remain displayed. So it's really, really disturbing, but there's nothing we can do about that. So let's see what we have now. Dot rating the service. Okay, I'm coming. Rating. 850. Right, 0%. Service suite. Okay. Zero percent. Let's try that. 0%. Okay, then it's not coming down yet. Dot rating of services. Is it services or service? Services. Okay. Services. Save. And then it should come down now. Why are you not coming down? So let me try and inspect. Let's see what the problem is. I expect it to come down. Okay, how do I do that? Pick this, and then okay, let me use this place. Okay, I think the okay, that's not going to allow me because I'm using an extension, so it's not going to allow me to debug from here. So I could either just remove it from the extension so I can, although I don't need this thing. I don't need this thing. It should come down. Don't be a fool. Let's see. Background color. Red. Let me save it and see what we have. Okay, so why is bottom not coming down? Bottom is 0. I don't get. Okay, I think I'll just look at that later. See what the problem is. So let's give it a display. Let me hide it for now. display hidden. Although naturally for me, I would like not to even show that in there. So let me see if it's going to hide. It's not even hiding. There's a problem somewhere.
So can you give it a display none? Like, I don't know. Since hidden is not.
Okay, sorry. It's not hidden, it should be none. I'm so much used to doing. All right, yeah, that's it. Thank you. Display none. Let's give it this one also display none. Yeah, now let's save it. We don't want the two to be showing for now. All right, now let's focus on our left. Z index 100. Don't forget, give your main a relative. I think we've done that already. The container should have a relative, which, yeah, let me just go and target it. Let me just call main directly, since our main is the container. Main. So display, no, position, relative. So in case, I know it's not actually leaving the main, but in case the guy might decide want to like, just misbehave or something. So with that, we are going to like make it maintain where we want it to be. So main left, now we say display, flex. I want the content to come to the center. Before that, let me make it right or background color first. Let's see what I'm working with. This, save it. Okay, that's good. That means we already have it completed. Our display flex, justify content center, align items center, save. Let's see. All right. So I need my text to be centered also. So I could say text align center, save it. Let's see what we have. Okay, that's good. Now I need it to get bigger. Font size. I'm supposed to target each of the text too. I'm supposed to target the H1 itself, but I don't really have enough time for that. So let's just do it the layman way. So let's give it 40 pixel, save, see what we have. 40 pixel, okay, that's not working. 80, save. Oh, no, it's not working. Okay, let's see how we can get to the text itself. So that's main left content H1. Let me not be lazy. Dot main left dot content H1. Okay, so copy this and then paste it here. Save. All right, that's too big. 50 is fine. All right, so now we can increase the size of the text also. Sorry, the button. So we could just copy this, paste it here, and then save button. All right, so what do I need to add? Let me copy this button styling initially. Let's go up and see if we can copy the button style. This is it. Button styling. Come back down and then fix it where you need to fix it. All right. So I don't need this. I don't need this anymore. I already have them. Border radius, I don't need it. Border none, I don't need it. Margin top, I don't need it. So I need the padding because I want to increase the padding. And then I'll increase the font size also. Font size 25 pixel. That's number one. Padding, I need it to be bigger, 26. And then 50. All right. Yeah. Now let's save and see what we have. Fine. Okay. So what else? I need this thing to come down. Oh, let me change the background. I don't know why the background is. Where do I have the background again? Did I remove the background? Okay, let's get past another one. Save. All right, so now let's make the text white. Color white. Save it. See what we have. This is cool. This is like cool. But the image is too nice, too big. So let me target my image. Bro, you are too big. Go back to 70. All right. I need this to come down. I really need it to come down. Something is fishy somewhere. I need to stay at the center of the image, just immediately at the center. Main left, yep. It should be at the center. What is disturbing it? What is disturbing it? Let me go and check the left again. Left content. I think there's something disturbing it above. Dot left content. Yeah. Width 80%. That's not a problem. That shouldn't be a problem. So why is it staying on top? I'm coming. I have to do the debugging. Sorry, guys. Okay, content left. What's going on? This thing can be so stupid sometimes. Just copy it. Uh-oh. What's going on? Why is the same thing? Why is it affecting my mobile? Okay, this has to be on top. I understand the old stuff is just is considering the arrangement. So although I think I like this thing, Sha, I think I like it. Kind of. But then let's just see. What if we don't want it? So we have to make it, since the laptop first, then the next screen, and then the next screen. That's just how it is. So let me see if it's not going to affect it. It's still affecting it. That means there's a problem somewhere. Okay, I'll deal with that later. Well, let's focus on our tablet. Inspect. All right, so this is, let me look for tablet screen. Okay, this is tablet. So let me find this content. Why is it not at the center? With 80%. Coming. Main left. Display flex, item center, and item center position absolute. I don't understand. I need to come to the center. Okay, let me see something. If that could be the problem. Minimum width, let's give it 450. Or was this 425? Okay, I think that solves it. But then I still want this thing to come to the center. All right, well, that will be done later. I don't really have enough time to start checking what the problem is. But let me give the container. Let me see what I can do. The content itself, let me give it a background color so we can see where the problem is. Background color red. So let's save. Okay, so the parent of the content is main left. So what the fuck is going on with you? Let me do it. Let me try 100%. Already it's taking 100%. Should come to the center for fuck's sake. Background color. Let me try it again. Okay. What is disturbing this thing? I'm coming. Let me see. Wait. 100%. Who's disturbing this guy? Oh, this is Mubasha. Save, 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 save. I need to come to the center. This is not the center. For crying out loud. Okay, let's see. All right. Let's try something. Let's try bottom 0. No way. No, no way. You can see what the problem is. However, let's continue. We don't have time. That's one thing about mobile responsiveness. Like I said last week, tends to like give you headache. You just, why is this not working? Why is this still not working? And then you still not understand. Perhaps one thing is missing and then you've not been able to figure that out. But let's not focus on that for now. Let me go to my content. So let me see. Let me just put it as padding top, which I don't like. Just for now, see what I can do about that. Let me see, 10%. Okay. I don't really like this idea. Okay, so that should be 50% at center. All right, so that's at the center. Let me make it bigger. 60. Okay, that's cool. Do you guys think we should have this same styling for our mobile? What do you guys suggest? Should we have this same thing? Does it look cool like this, or we should just maintain this one? Okay, if you are okay with this, just use the thumbs up, and then if you're not, use the thumb down. So let's see. Let's just see. We have 16 persons on this call. Wow, that's really poor. Let's see. Thumbs up, thumbs down. If okay, you're okay with this. Someone said it's okay with this. All right. Okay, we have one person thumbs down. Instead, if you're okay with this, then we thumbs up. Else, we go with this. Okay. Let's just go with what we have initially. So let's not bother this one. So like initially, so I realized that okay, I think the styling I'm giving to my tablet is also affecting the mobile before adding this minimum. So I decided to add minimum to the tablet view. All right. So I said minimum of this, whatever styling I have here, should have a minimum width of the width should not be less than 425. And already you know that the maximum width for our mobile is 425. So that means anything below 425, this styling is not going to affect it. So that's what we just did. All right. So and the maximum is 850. So anything above 850 is just between 425 and 850. So then we have this. Now, yep, let's see what we have again. Other screens is working as expected. This one is still working based on the flex wrap. But I think even from my design here, no, it should be 4:4. So let me make it bigger. Let me just go to the card. What do we have there? Where? Which part is it? The card. Okay, yeah. So let's say 250 and then 250 save. All right, that's 4:4. Then let's see how it's looking like here. Ah, let's see how it's looking like on mobile. 1:1. Well, let's change the size on mobile. I don't like the size on mobile. So let's carry this. Go to our mobile screen. Change the size of that card. Get in touch. Is it get in touch? No. So I'm going to push the changes to the repository, although I'm going to deactivate the repo because we're going to be having a task on this next week. So I'll definitely deactivate the repository. So let's not get comfortable. It is just for you to study the responsiveness, how it is being done. So you can write it on your own, understand it. So don't get comfortable by thinking. You can just go to my code. You can all see my README. I said, don't even dare. Don't, don't even dare to like copy my code. So I don't know why I don't need this left and right. So let's see where that one is coming from. That's we offer full auto repair. Let's go to index. We offer so card, what we offer cards, that's the div, and then the content. So we have the content container already. Content, what we offer content. Let's look for it. Service rating, or we offer content with 100%. The card, or we offer card. Yeah, it's cool. So why is it giving us what it's not supposed to give us? What are these spacings for? However, let's do this. Copy this, go down, then increase. Yep, let's increase the gap. That's the only thing we want to increase here. Let's see justify between. Let's see what happens. Oh, around. Let's use space around. Save. Okay, I think this is better. I don't like it. I don't like it. No. Center. Let's just increase the gap. Let's make it 15 pixel. Let's see what we have. Yeah, this is cool. So I don't need this. I already have it. And then I don't need this. I already have it. Okay. Save. And then here we go. Okay, so I think this is my container. Let me see if I can start. Give my container a padding. Where is it? Where is it? Where is the container? Container. Padding top and bottom. 10 pixel. Okay, it's 20. All right. So yeah, that is all we have. So now, as you can see, our mobile screen is looking like this. Now let's see our tablet. Is this okay for our tablet also? I'm not sure this is okay. So let me just do this for my tablet. First thing, let me see if I can increase the size, or instead, let me go to my mobile again. Come here, copy this, go straight to tablet. Where is the tablet guy? Tablet, yep. So font size 20. No. Copy the wrong thing. What we offer. Cards. Copy this. Where is the other what we offer? Oh yeah, I don't go paste them here. Okay, I'll do that. So here we have cards. Let's give the gap 15 pixel also. All right. All right. And then this one is located somewhere. I don't know why the guy go. It's just looking like a fool. Okay, so here, cut it out. Then paste this one here. All right, save it. Still the same thing. Now go to our tablet. Save it. Now what do? We need it to have, I think just 2 is fine. Just 2 is fine. My concern is why this by this side. That's my concern. The container is already taking 100%. Discussing this. Let me do something. Okay. I think this is okay. This is a little bit better. What we offer is too small. And then the gap. What's taking this gap? What's the third? This third. Okay, let me see what the third is. Container 80 height 80%. Height auto. Excuse me. Let me confirm this. Okay, so our container should have height auto also. That's why it's giving us that behavior. Okay, so let me increase this. What we offer text. Where is it again? What we offer, that's H6, container content H6. What we offer, content H6. H6. Font size, let's make it 25 pixels. Save it. All right, that's better. So I need this height to be auto. I don't like the height the way it is. My content is, sorry, container is auto. Then the flex. Okay, we don't have a parent here. Where's our parent? Okay, it's not here. So let's call the parent also. These two should be on top. That parent flex should have auto also. It shouldn't just take the height of a desktop. Dot parent flex. Height should now be auto also. Height auto. Okay, with 100% height auto. Okay. Now we are talking. All right, so let me give padding to my container. 20 pixel. Save it. All right, that's interesting. So far, so good. Yeah, I think this is looking okay. I believe you guys can arrange it properly. This is what I have for now. I can do the arrangement. So now styling this place, we have a flex, right? So we just have to like change the direction of the flex and then give this one a height. That's all. So let's look for it. Just the same thing that I have in my mobile. I'll just copy the same thing and then use it. So here we have what we offer. Is it what we offer? No. Container, right? Image, get in touch. Yeah, I think it's get in touch with us. Get in touch row, get in touch auto. So come here. Let's copy everything concerning this get in touch. Get in touch, get in touch. Okay. How should I start? Okay, get in touch. Yeah. So let me just go to my. Yep. Yeah. Paste it. Save it. Let's see what we have. Oh, that's bad. So we have to give this one also a height. So that's going to be our left car. Let's say height. What do we give this 30? Let's give this 30 view height also. Save. All right, so we are good. Then we can change the button size and then the text or whichever we want to do. While this one, I think this is okay like this. We can only change this font size of these guys. So let's look for them. That's P. Let's increase the P to 20, while the H1 to 30. Save it, and then let's see. All right, that's good. So as you can see, we've been able to achieve a very good UI for our desktop, sorry, our tablet view, as well as our mobile view. So yeah, that's all about today. So if you have any question, please feel free to ask. If you have any question, if you have anything confusing, anything you don't understand, details, okay, unmute yourself and ask a question. Everything does not really affect what we have here, so we are still good. Details, please unmute yourself.
Yeah, thank
Some
you.
of this, let me say something, please. Some of this, if you guys can realize, you can see that, okay, this particular place that is having goldenrod, that's because we don't have any content there. That should be the right, but then there's no content there. That's why that space is just there for it. So anytime I add content, then it's going to be located. Let me do that very fast. That's just immediately under our main. So let me cancel out the main. And then this is the first section. So this is div container is the left. We have something inside left already. But right, we don't have anything inside. Let me just add one right on the main. So you guys will see that it's going to like stay here. Okay, so this is where we have it. So that's because this thing is just there because there's no content inside of it. So as soon as I have the content, it's going to. That means the content is supposed to be like I think that's the form. Yeah, the content is supposed to be a form. Yeah. So but then we can't just I can't really do that tonight today. So we can let me remove it. Or let's just leave it like that. Okay, just say right form. Just for us to know that this should be a form. Then let's save it. All right, Dipels, I'm sorry to cut you. Kindly go on, ask a question. Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Please, I want to ask something regarding section and div.
Okay.
Yes, I want to know the difference and if it's possible, because I watched some videos and I realized that I think you can use, is it possible to use section instead of div? And also, can you use, div now, we can use another div inside of div, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Section, is it possible to do the same thing with section?
Yep. It's possible to do the same thing. You can use section inside section, inside section, inside section. But one thing about development is more like making your code readable. Making your code readable so that when someone else is trying to like go through your code, for example, if you submit your code, I ask you to submit your GitHub repository also. So that means I want to like go through your code, how you structure it and how it has been written. All right. So, and then for me to be able to do that, I have to be able to understand your code. So imagine having a section, and then you call it get your service. And then you now have another section inside. Section should basically should be used for sections. What they call sections is from here to here is a section. Then moving to the next section from here to here is a section. Moving to the next section from here to here is a section. So that's what they call a section. Although you can decide to want to have, okay, we have section and then we have container left and right. You yourself, you can decide to say, okay, I want to have one section. I want to have this left as another section and this one as another section. It's going to work fine. But best practice, it is not very good. It is really, really bad. Because when I come there, I want to see as a section is a single section. Just one section with an ID. A single section with an ID. So it is good to pass a section, an ID. And one reason why you need to use section just once for a particular section of your page. We can have like multiple sections, like one section, two sections, three sections, all right? Just because there are different purposes, different UI. That's why we have different sections. So now we need the ID so that in some cases, this is my page. I want to click on something to take me down to a particular section. Okay, I want to click on this one so that it's going to take me down to a particular section. In that case, it is the ID of that section that will pass to my on-click. Let me show you that. Let's assume that inside my header, sorry, where is the header? So I have li. So if you guys can still remember how we link, so let's assume blog. So I want to have a here. Okay. So let me paste this. So I will now link. I want to link this my blog to. I want to link my blog to get in touch. All right. So the section of that get in touch, which is this one that I passed an ID, this ID is what I'm going to pass to that link href. Okay, so I'll just copy this and then come down here and then paste it here, get in touch, and then save. So if I should go back now and click, okay, still loading. Because it's a link, now it's changing. So we can actually style that and make it not look like that. So let it finish loading. Okay, so now if I should click on it now, okay, I'm coming. That's not nice. Get in touch. Did I pass a target? No. Come in. Okay, let's do it this way. Target safe. That's safe. Okay, I think I made a mistake. I don't need this. Since it's not a direct link, it's a section with an ID. Remember, this is always with an ID. This specify an ID hashtag. So I made a mistake. I forgot that. Let me go back. Let me go back. Okay, so let me click on it now. See, now it's going to take me to that particular section. Section should be a particular section of your page. You can have section inside section. You can have it as much as you want. But trust me, it is very, very bad. It's a very bad way of writing code. So that even you yourself, when you see, if you see this code now, you just, let's say you close out header, you close out main, and then all of this section. So you can just come here and see, okay, I think this is the section for the main. This is the section for the car servicing. This is the section for, even from the name, section. Section should be like a, I don't know how to just explain it. Just section. You must have understand what I'm trying to say. So if you have section, car servicing, and then have another section inside of it, it's very, very poor. Although it's going to work, trust me to work, but it's very, very poor. All right. And then the difference between,
I actually asked because all these defense with the one we submitted before.
yeah.
I use div of all true. Now that I want to like go ahead and do the others, I wanted to start using section. But then I personally do not like how it's looking. You understand? So I just want to go back, use section for everything and be having my divs inside the section instead.
Exactly. That's just very perfect. That's the best thing you can do. And well, it is like I said, most of these things are just best practices. Remember that the P, if you have P as paragraph, you can make your P to look like an H1 just by increasing the font size and then increasing the font weight. You can make it look like an H1. But best practice says, okay, if someone comes to your code and see H1, then they will know that, okay, I think this is a title. And then if they see a P, they will now realize, okay, this is a paragraph. But then if you're having an H1 and then you are putting a paragraph inside an H1, something that's supposed to be inside P, you are putting a paragraph inside of it. That's just really, really confusing. Although it will work. That's just one stupid thing about all of this. It will definitely work. But for it to be readable for yourself and for other persons, it is best to follow all of these tags as in concerning just what they want. That's why we use header here. It's not like if you use div, it's not going to work. It's definitely going to work, but we use header so that when I come in, I can say that, okay, this is your header. And then I say, okay, this is navigation, and then this is other stuff. So that's just the idea of all of those things. As much as you can use div in replace of section, and even you can use div in replace of main, but it is best to use header, navigation, main. That's what those things are meant for. So if you're not using it, that means you're not utilizing what we're supposed to do properly. All right. So I don't know if that clears the whole matter. Thank you very much. So we all understand how we can also link to a page, to a particular section on our page. So just add href, anchor tag href to where you want to link it to, and then I want to link to this get in touch ID. Remember, this is a section. When this one's change, decrease. Okay, sorry. All right, so this is a section, then I want to link to this section. I just have to like give this an anchor tag and then hashtag the ID of that particular section that I want to link to. So currently it's giving me this styling, which I may necessarily not like. So if I want to decide to like, okay, I don't like this styling, I want to change it, I can just come back here and say ULLIA. ULLIA. That means I want to target the anchor tag. So let's come back here. Let's come back to ULLI. Okay, so we say nav ULLI and then the A. That means I'm targeting the anchor tag. I can say text decoration none. That means I don't want that underline. See, that underline is none, it's gone. You can also say text decoration dashed. You can say text decoration dashed. If you check it, then you have, okay, I think that's not working. Let me see type of text decoration that we have. Text decoration. Okay, we have dash, dotted, double line through. I expect it to work actually. So let's see. Don't know why it's not working. Okay, so dash links through. So, but then I don't, mostly when you're working on a link, I don't want that thing to be there. So I want to be the one to decide how I want my link to look like. So I think the color is fine, just to show that, okay, this is a link. So just, but then if you don't want it, since it's already in navigation, so definitely people will know that if you click on this place, it should take you to somewhere. All right. So now you can say color should now be black. Use the initial color that you're using. So then it's fine, just as we have it initially. All right. So, and then we can now say, what can we say? What can we say? Our list item font family. Yeah, this is it. That font family has changed because it is now a link. As you can see, it's now changing. So we bring it back here and paste it here. And don't forget, if you want something to be, to have like this now, this is supposed to be a link, but then it's showing the typing icon instead of the and icon like this, right? But then, you know, this one is a link. So automatically, HTML will know that this is a link. So it's giving us the icon for and to select. But this one is just a normal li, and then we want it to have the icon sign for like a link, something like you can click. Okay, but then we don't want to make it a link yet. We just want to have that anchor, that cursor pointer. Okay, so you can come here, list item, and then say cursor pointer, then save it. And then go back, see, so you can now have it. Now it's going to look like, okay, this is a link. You know, anything that you can over on like this and then it's giving you this and means, okay, I think you can click on this particular item. So cursor pointer is used. There are a lot of things you guys will get to learn moving forward. I'll be, anytime we need it, anytime it is required, I'll be touching it one after the other. I can't just get to talk about everything at once. So literally, we've been able to talk about anchors, how to style it, and then change the text decoration when it is giving us a link view of the element. And then we can now say, okay, if I want this thing to have a clickable attribute or character, I can just give it a cursor pointer. So that will solve the whole issue. And then I think we are good to go with that. So this, like this. All right, next questions. The pairs, I believe I've been able to answer your question, right? Okay, I think that solves that. David, your question. David Dozie.
Okay. I want to ask about this other section that you did the column and flex column. I think at the downside. Can you just move down?
This one.
Yes, exactly. Yes, this please. So
Okay.
actually, when I was designing mine, I didn't give it the flex direction. So I just used this orange background. I just used it to cover the other side and leave this other side. I don't know.
Okay, well,
Should
if
I
it is
change it
looking
or
nice.
I
No.
leave it like that? I don't know.
If it is looking nice, it's like if you look at it and it's like this is okay. If this is looking fine, right,
Okay.
then you're good
Yeah.
to go. So you
Okay.
just make it look okay. If you do something that I see that, okay, this is not good, this is not user friendly, the UI is not okay for
Yeah.
users, so I'll call you back and then I'll ask you to fix it the other way. So
Oh,
that's just it. All right, George.
Okay, good day, sir. I
Hey,
wanted
brother.
to ask two questions. The first question is about the height. In reference to the responsiveness for mobiles and for tabs, is it always advisable that we always use height auto, or can we play with the heights depending on what we are supposed to do? Because I've seen you keep repeating height auto, height auto. And
Okay.
the second question. The second question is, I wrote down a list of, I think some points I think we need to go back on, maybe references for me. So I wanted to know if you can add some more, because I realized that in order to get this, in order to be very grounded with the responsiveness for especially mobile, we have to look at the Z index, positioning, and the height. Is there any other thing that you think that I will need to like go back and refresh my memory that could help with responsiveness for mobile?
Okay. Well, I think you have to take very seriously the width also, because if you realize, anytime I make a change to the flex direction, I always make a change to the width, because initially our width, for example, you have our left having a width of 50%, and then our right 50%. So when you change your flex direction to column, that means they're going to be taking the 50% of the width of the screen, which we don't want. We want it to take the full width. So you have to consider that, okay, anytime I change, although in most cases that you think is necessary, you have to change the width also. And then don't forget to always use your padding, because when you change the width to 100%, and then it's going to take the whole screen. But then in some websites, or most especially best practice, it's good to have padding. Where is the mobile? It's good to have padding, just like we have it here. Normally, this is supposed to like touch both sides, right? It's supposed to touch the wall, but then we need a little padding. We need a little padding left and right. Okay, so I think we need to consider that one also when you're working with your responsiveness, how to make it look nice, as well as overflow. Sometimes when you're working on responsiveness, there is always an overflow. Overflow means when you drag your screen like this, you can drag your screen to the left, and then you see like it is moving to the left or moving to the right. So in that case, you need to debug your code, see what the problem is. Let me show you guys something. Let me show you what an overflow is. So I'll go to I think I solved something like that. Let me check my. I saw plenty of us trying to work on overflow, something like that on the last task. Or was it when we're using CodePen? I was like, overflow, why? That time is not even needed at all, like overflow hidden. So coming, trying to look for the rating. Yeah, rating. Trying to look for the rating. Okay, this is the rating. So initially we were having 10%. Let me just give it 10%. Okay, I think it was minus. That was what we were having initially, minus. All right, let's make it 15. Okay, so now this is the overflow I was talking about. As you can see now, my page is now looking like, no, this is not nice. Okay, so it's more like when I scroll to the left or to the right, I'm now having an overflow. This is the main page. So this one is now an overflow. But then if you look at this thing, you will not know where the problem is coming from, because when you just scroll to the right, there is nothing there. Like there's nothing. So what could be the problem? Definitely you have an overflow. All right. In some cases, when you have an overflow, you can say overflow scroll. So when instead of this happening, then I can easily scroll to the left or to the right. Okay. But then, well, let me allow this thing to load. Let me just wait this thing. Come here, let me reload it. All right. Now this is it. That's why. Okay. Now in this case, how do you debug this situation, this problem, when you have an overflow? It happens a lot. It happens almost every time when you are trying to like work on your mobile responsiveness, because some width that you gave initially as 100%, and then when you want to work on mobile, maybe you need to reduce the width. Some you gave width 500 pixels on persons, we gave width 500 pixels. So when that's for mobile, for desktop, on your mobile, you forgot to now reduce the width. Now you're having an overflow, and then you're not seeing it here. If you're seeing it, you know that, okay, this is what is causing the overflow, but then I'm not seeing anything. So how do I debug it? So to do that, you go to your universal selector, do border 1 pixel solid red. So this universal selector is going to give every of the elements we have on our page a border of 1 pixel, then make it solid and give it border red. So now if I should save it, and then I'll check my code now, everything is having 1 pixel border, solid and red. So in that case, I can now shift again. See, if I now shift to the right now, I will now see where the problem is. You see that, okay, there's one particular element that is having that the border is shifting to that space. We are not seeing it initially, but with the help of the border, now we are seeing it. So I'm not even seeing that. I'm looking for it. I'm seeing there's supposed to be something. Okay, look at it here. So this one is what is causing the overflow. So right now, what you need to do is either like I said, this particular image is really, really wrong. The way the designer made it is wrong because it's taking extra space. So if you can see, this image is here, but then it's taking extra space to the left, to the right, bottom, and the top. So how do we even fix this problem? It's just we cannot remove those backgrounds because we don't even see it, so we can't possibly remove it. What we need to do is just to shift it to the right. Right. So now the way I was able to fix that was the rating initially was taking minus 15% because that was what we have on our desktop. So to fix that, I had to like change it and then give it a 0%. 0%. Yeah. So that's why if you notice, the rating is like coming inside, it's staying inside. So I had to like give it a 0%. So now having this now, if I should scroll to the right or to the left, nothing is happening. Everything is just perfect the way it's supposed to be. Now I'm having a good UI. Why is this thing keep reloading? Now I'm having a good UI. Reload. So those are the things, the width, when you are doing responsiveness, consider the width. Like you said, the height, always consider the height. For me, I like to use height auto because I don't want to specify a height for my mobile. Although you can still play with it. Like, we had to play with the image. We gave the image 50%, 50 view height because we need an height for the image. At the same time, this particular image also, we gave it height of 50 view height because that one is necessary, okay? But most cases, the container should not have a height because if you give it a height of 100 and then the content inside of it is supposed to take more than 100, then you're going to have an issue because some of the content will now be hidden inside the container. So that's why I don't really like, I like to put height auto so that the height is not going to adjust itself in relative to the height expected to contain the content inside of it. So and then having done that, okay, we've been able to talk about the height, the overflow. That's very, very important. Very, very, very important. Because trust me, and I'm still sure that I will still have to like say it. People will come that, okay, my page is overflowing and all of that. So the best way to debug it is to add this to your code, and then you can now see where the error is coming from. And after solving the error, then save it and you're back to normal. So I think that's just basically, if I remember other things that you need to like take very seriously, then I will let you know. George, I'll drop it on the group chat if I see anything. But basically, these are the things you need to like take very seriously and into consideration. I don't know if I was able to answer your question.
Yeah, it's fine. Thank you.
All right, boss. Abiri.
Yeah, it's still on this debugging issue.
Okay.
Let's say I'm working on the page before this on your mobile, the page underneath. Okay. So anytime I do any, on this, we are on this landing page, right? This section.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. The one underneath, if I'm working on it, I notice that if I pass anything into it, it jumps up to the first one.
my cursor goes to the first one, the one on top. If I pass anything into this, what we offer, okay,
Yes.
this section, it jumps up to the one on top. This other one, yes.
This one.
Yes, to the next one. As in the screen, we just move from here to the next one into servicing seriously. This one, yeah. This one.
Okay.
So I don't know what I've done wrong. Because before it wasn't happening like that. So I don't know what. So still on debugging. So
yeah.
Maybe I've passed in the wrong height, or the height is too much, or width is too much. I don't really know. And it's really
disturbing, right?
because because my screen is supposed to be fixed for me to work on it, and it keeps on going to the next one. So I'm going back and forth.
Okay, I get. Well, one thing, three things that I would like you to check is height, like we've been saying, is very, very crucial because it decides most of the, as far as responsiveness is concerned, height decides how our page is being displayed. So, and like I said, if you are given a height to a particular content or element that requires more than that height that you're passing, then you're going to have a lot of issues. So try as much as possible to target the parent container as far as your mobile is concerned. Target your mobile container, give it height of auto. Okay, someone said minimum height. Someone said they use minimum height. Fine. You can also use height or to target the parent, target the container, and target the content itself. Remember to always like, okay, this one doesn't have left or right. So what should have is, I think it should have a parent, and then it should have a container. So the container should not have a specific height, right? The container should either have height, a minimum height, like David Dozie said, minimum height of whatever height that you have, or a height of auto. That means auto should automatically adjust. So any content that you are putting inside of it, even if you put 1 million content, the height will adjust to exactly itself to relative to the content inside. Just try that. I don't really know what the problem could be, but if you could try that, and then if it's still not working, just reach out to me or Femi Blaze on the chat, or yeah, please try as much as possible to reach out on chat, so I'll be able to respond to that on time. All right. So
thank you.
All right, man. Okay, I think that is just the end of it today. Let's try as much as possible I want to see us done. I want to see us done with this responsiveness even before next week Tuesday, because next week Tuesday we're going to be talking about Bootstrap. We are jumping into like CSS framework on Tuesday, and if you are not grounded, if you've not been able to like understand the concept of responsiveness yet, then that Bootstrap is going to give you a lot of problem. So that's why I need you guys to just go through this. That's why I'm even pushing all my code to GitHub, so we can go back and then look at it, study it, and then try and understand what the whole stuff is all about. If you have any problem, feel free to reach out on the group chat, please, on the group chat. So if I'm available, I will attend to it, please. And reach out to ourselves. Let's be ready to help. I can't just, we are about, I think front end is about 180. It's not possible for me to help everybody at once. So if you can reach out to someone who is ready to help, honestly, it's going to really help a lot. So let's feel free to do that. And please, again, I'll repeat, let's try as much as possible to see how we can fix our responsiveness. Don't forget that if you are styling for tablets, remember to put a minimum height, minimum width for your tablet, minimum this media screen, and minimum width and maximum width. So just between 425 and 850, that's where I want this styling to happen. So that will not allow your mobile to be taking the styling of your tablet. So yeah, I think that's just basically it. And let's not forget, we're not going to be giving ourselves a task on other pages anymore. I won't tell you to go and complete other sections. The last task is about 4 sections after the main and the header. So and then we still have about 3 other sections. We have the accordion, which one is that one is frequently asked questions, and then we have the footer. I think we have another one, brand we serve. That's 3. So some persons are done with everything already, which I really appreciate. So if you also see that, okay, I think I'm free. I can finish everything, right? That's going to really, really mean a lot. Just try as much as possible to see how you can do it yourself and make it responsive for mobile, for tablet, and for laptop. So, okay, I think I have your hand. Elijah, your question.
Okay, sir. Please, a quick one on the tags concerning the submission link. Is it that when we update our code on the previous, let me say, workspace, it will automatically or be updated at GitHub, or we need to do some other code?
No, this is how it's going to look like. Can you mute yourself? Let me answer the question first. Okay, so here's the thing. When you the last task was about you pushed your repository, right? And then you hosted, you copied the hosted link and then you submitted. Now it's just we are still using the same repo. It's not like we are changing the same repo. The code is still the same. The design, sorry, is still the same. So what you need to do is go back to your VS Code, just the same one that you have initially, the one you submitted, the one you pushed to repo, the GitHub. Just add the other sections that you were told to do. Add 4 other sections, add it to the code, and then just do your git add, git commit, and then git push to that same repository, that same one that you submitted. Although I won't use your previous submission, you still have to like copy the repo link and then the GitHub posted link and then submit it to the new input provided. All right, but it's going to be the same, although it's your choice. Some persons may say, okay, I want to have it inside a different repository. It's actually absolutely your choice. If you do that, I'll grade it. But what I want to see it from the header down to the last one that I said, which is this place that we did. From the header down to this place. So that's what I want to see. And for it to be easy for you, just update your previous code and push to the GitHub repository. That's all. All right, Elijah, does that answer your question?
Yes, sir.
All right. Okay, thank you very much, guys. Oh, Abiri. Okay, you're back. All right. Last question.
Yeah, sorry to draw you back. Please. Okay, I've not been promoted, so I don't have my LMS have not been updated, so I don't have the tax.
Okay.
But I know that.
What stage are you currently? You're waiting a promotion at before stage 3, right?
Yes, yes.
So okay.
So I don't, from what you said now, like it's 5 of the landing sections we have to do, not all of them. If I'm right.
Not all. Just for you to submit, do 4 more from the header, the main, and then do 4 more, just like this. Let me show you. This is the header, this is the main. So do this one. Although we are not targeting the responsiveness for now, just ensure you do this one, 1, 2, this next section, 3, and then this 4. So you stop here.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
All right. So you definitely be promoted today. You've been graded already and you passed. You missed the cutoff. So
okay. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, guys. We meet again next week, same time, same venue. Tuesday. We're going to meet in a different scope because frameworks are really, really crazy. So, but then we're going to make it easier for everyone of us. So feel free to reach out to anyone on the chat, on the group community, and yeah, let's. Sometimes we're actually having some class at night, which, well, I can't actually keep up to that. I hope we are having these classes within ourselves. It's going to really help ourselves. So have a wonderful day. Thank you very much.
Thank you, boss.